Who's the best team in the NFC, Rich? That's the question today. Is it Minnesota? How about New Orleans Saints, the Los Angeles Rams, the Atlanta Falcons, or your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles?
Well, I think it goes without saying that the Eagles, we need to see what Wentz looks like, even though Foles did what he did in a short amount of time and performed very well on that front. And obviously, we need to see what Wentz looks like. You've got the New Orleans Saints, who, do you call them, you go New Orleans? Is that what you did, or you just...
New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's how the locals say it.
Well, actually, the locals say it, New Orleans. It's not New Orleans, I don't think, is it?
I think it is.
New Orleans?
New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah. At any rate, the New Orleans Saints, as we all know, should have knocked off the Minnesota Vikings last year in the playoffs. And they're back for more. Alvin Kamara in year 2 should be pretty damn good. I love the Falcons. I'm trying to talk my way into having the Falcons make the Super Bowl this year, which is dangerous because I almost talked my way into the Giants winning the NFC last year until I came to my senses prior to the beginning of the season. But I do love the fact that the Falcons have everybody coming back, a young defense that's only getting better, and the quarterback, lineman, coach, receiver have all been paid. They're happy and filled with heavy pockets. The Rams are set to win the NFC based on what we saw from them last year. Certainly if Aaron Donald comes in from the cold in time for the beginning of the season.
They made every acquisition to put them at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Between Brandon Cooks on offense, Marcus Peters, and Ndamukong Suh on defense. Goff coming off his fantastic season last year. I wanted this to be a 3-team poll. I mean,
you can't keep the two teams that I think have a chance to. Carolina could be in the mix, but I will understand that we can't put everybody on here. We haven't put Green Bay on here either. I need to see how they look with Aaron Rodgers back. So I think we're fine with these 5 right here. With and I'll take the calls from Packers fans.
They need to play some defense first.
Well, there's some more that I need to see from them before I throw them in the mix, having to win it all. But Aaron Rodgers coming back certainly helps. But to me, I think the NFC South is the toughest division in football. We need to have somebody from the NFC South on there. Certainly, if I am leaning towards Atlanta making the Super Bowl. Okay, I am leaning towards Atlanta being the best team in the NFC. Calvin Ridley, have you seen what this kid's been doing so far in the preseason? And you've got Sanu and Julio. If Sarkisian can remove his you-know-what from his you-know-what and dial up a little bit more of an inventive red zone scheme. They were great between the 20s last year. It was once they got inside the 20s that they couldn't do a darn thing with one of the greatest red zone threats in the NFL.
Yeah,
number 11.
Suddenly disappeared.
So I really like what the Falcons are cooking a lot. And then I'm just looking at the Eagles, despite having them added a nice amount of players, Michael Bennett being one that just leaps to mind, that it's tough to repeat, and Carson Wentz is coming off of that knee surgery. I need to see what he looks like. But the NFC is loaded.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.